Hello.
Hello, hello.
Here we are.
This is a really good coffee. Small serotonin.
Hey.
Oh, chat. I got distracted from my hellos by how good this was. I was like... Please no.
Welcome
It's
to
muted the ad on top of the stream, but not the stream itself. So there's an ad playing, but I can still hear my own voice.
Oh.
I hate that.
Welcome to Sleepy Stream.
Low energy. Low energy today.
We're both tired.
Not particularly. Yeah, I'm not particularly tired, but my brain is lagging. Brain is very slow.
Brain is sludge.
It's sludge. Which I can tell my brain's sludge because I made a lot of progress in not very much Final Fantasy time. I'm a level 80 Gunbreaker and I'm 7 dungeons away from a completed level 80 Red Mage Relic.
Oh my sweet Jesus. Got time now, got an extra couple of weeks, haven't you?
I've got to that I should use do my midterms that time.
Yes, you should.
I should. But 7 dungeons is like... That's nothing.
Yeah.
The good thing is I'm like... done in my Endwalker setup. All the classes leveled I wanted leveled. I'm gonna have all the gear I'm gonna want. I'm ready! I'm ready on time! Obviously Endwalker got pushed back. As Twitch decided that you're actually doing a Pokemon stream, is this what's happening?
I wish Twitch wouldn't do that, considering I've changed that category twice.
So you change it to art?
Yeah, I've changed that category
went live
twice.
And changed it back.
Why?
We go back to art.
I've changed that twice. Please stay that way, Twitch.
Make us change it again. Just take me back. There's art on our end. Cool. Oh, I forgot. Naren's Blend playlist has the battle theme medley for Final Fantasy 14. The heavy metal version of all the battle themes.
Oh.
Very good. Haven't got Shadowbringers, you shouldn't listen to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I am staying away from a lot of Final Fantasy music because of where I am story-wise.
Honestly, let the Shadowbringers music surprise you because it's worth being surprised.
Yeah.
It's... the first time that music hits, the first time that quest accept noise hits, honestly, it's like, oh. One fear is whatever the fuck the Endwalker one's gonna be. I'm gonna be like, oh. You go with Kells? It's because I'm always right. Ish. I'm always right-ish.
You're always right on Final Fantasy 14 terms.
Sometimes. Most of the time.
Except the compliment.
Serious jazz for Endwalker? Reasons I can't disclose that would absolutely make sense.
Oh no.
It absolutely makes sense if it was all mysterious jazz. I don't think it will. Lore-wise, it would make sense. Because Soken's a mad lad, there is like... genres of music have associations in Final Fantasy 14. Jazz has a very specific connotation. It has 2. No. I haven't watched the launch trailer yet, and I'm constantly going back and forth on whether or not I want to. I don't think I will. I don't think I'm gonna. I've managed to avoid pretty much, apart from like vague allusions to it, I've pretty much avoided it. Which is insane.
Is that what will play when you log in? Is that the,
Potentially.
is that the cinematic that will play?
Either be the one that they did before this, which wouldn't surprise me. I think this is more. This is like, you know, they do patch trailers.
Yeah.
This is essentially the 6.0 patch release trailer. One they did before this, the one that Mika and Aaron have been fucking losing our minds about for like 6 months, I think is the one that will play when you open the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is, here's to people who are gonna boot up this game for the first time, leave it on idle for a little bit, and come back to that. Holy shit. Madness. Final Fantasy 14 is so good. Gunbreaker Quest almost made me cry.
Nice.
Love that.
I want to finish the Dragoon quest so bad, and I'm capped. Because I know you have to advance further first. I'm like, let me help my little dragon boy. Let me help my son.
I'm invested in your little dragon boy.
Because Kai's the best, and he's
Kaishia
so
is the
sweet.
greatest. Kaishia? No, Kaishia is a different person.
Orn Kai.
Kai, that's the.
Yeah,
Kaishia is a Mikote in the Fringes, who's part of the Ananta Beast tribe.
I wouldn't know that, so I just call Orn Kai for short. So I didn't know there was someone else who had that name.
No, it's fine. That's just why I know it. Your son is the investment in getting you to continue main scenario. Yep.
Unfortunately, he's not strong enough to pull me from Moogle event. Not that I've done any for like the last 2 weeks, because I've just been really busy and tired.
Unintentionally gotten even more, because basically for my relic I need to do 15 level 70 dungeons, and one of them drops Moogle tomestones, and it's one I keep getting.
Yeah, because everybody keeps queuing for it.
Yeah. Like 2 that are like the shortest 70 dungeons, and I just go back and forth on them. But it means I've gotten a few again.
Fair.
Someone called me then, I was like, what the fuck?
No. How no?
Fucking Depop. For a reason, Depop's like notification, like vibration noise is like just a really long, like, you know when you get a phone call, the really long consistent sound. It's like, why did you pick that? I always think I'm getting a phone call. That's why, but assholes. I said I was gonna keep working on this, didn't I? I think I'm gonna. It's fucking 7 pages long, my dude.
Sick.
Shit's too long.
Nope, not at all.
This shit's too long and it's not even done.
Monday is like the only time I get to play, and then yesterday I was like, oh, I'm too tired to even play.
Feel that. Get a little bit done yesterday. The last few times I've logged in, I've been on the grind. It was a very long grind. I've been up in the war. I have random grouped with just like the nicest people.
Aww.
Just like ended up vibing with groups of completely random people from different servers, staying as a group, doing the same grind, and just like meeting some really chill people.
Nice.
One of them found me on my Final Fantasy Twitter afterwards and was like, "Hey, you're chill."
Sounds like my experience with VR chat that I've been having over the last sort of week or so. Because I was cat sitting at my parents. Hi, Frog. I was cat sitting at my parents, and as thanks, my dad was like, hey, you can just use my VR headset while you're staying there. And I was like, hell yes. So I went to VR and had a freaking awesome time and made some new friends.
Yeah. I will say this person on Twitter, I don't know how they got the app that they have. I don't know who they killed for that app. F. How do you do words?
God, I would love to know. It would make things a lot easier for me right now.
How do you do this?
How do you do this?
Let's do a warm up. I don't want to do that. Doesn't sound like a thing I want to do. I did read this back the other night and I was like, shit, this is good.
That's what I said.
It's going well. I should put a character playlist on, that'll help. I've added a song to a Figneous playlist and it fully kills me.
Oh.
I actually don't. I still don't think it's on Spotify, which is upsetting. I've got it locally. It's from the new Amazing Devil album. I swear, God, I will shut up about it some point, but not today.
Thank you, Jess.
What's happened?
Gifting souls. Gifting
yes. Yeah, it's a song called Ink Pot Gods. And it's right at the end of her playlist because it ends. I have to look up the exact words so I don't fuck this up. It's a fucking heartbreaking song in general. Well, not heartbreaking, but like it is like uplifting. It has a little bit of like a melancholic strand to it. And it's like builds and builds and builds, and then the fade out. It's the last track on the album. And it ends with, if I don't make it back from where I've gone, just know I loved you all along.
Oh.
It fully kills me.
Oh no.
Thinking about it. Especially because for any of my FC, I've been on this grind in the war. I have been, well, girls, that fucking hurt. It will hurt more when Endwalker comes out, I'm sure. I've been on this grind in the war, and I've got a lot of excess loot, so I've been sending spoilers, Blue, when you did get to log back on.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sending a bunch of the gear out.
Oh, dang.
But I've been writing the letters sort of in character.
Oh no, that's just mean.
Because I do it at like whatever fuck I log out. I just send these things of like, here's some stuff from the war, hope to be back soon. And it just like, it hurts my heart. I'd push it for fame by reading World War III from Grandson to Thane's Players. Oof. Also, I don't think this Amazing Devil album's on Spotify yet. Yeah, I'll double check. I'm not going to give you guys fake information.
Yeah, well, you guys aren't alone because I added my Dark Disquiet to Tala's playlist, so...
Get out of there. Get out of here. Shit.
Random Pokemon generator.
Let's go.
Drizzile. I'll take it.
Know that one.
The Sword and Shield boy.
I love you. Oh, is it the one that looks like strawberries and cream?
No. So that's Alchemy.
Is it?
Drizzile evolves from Sobble.
Oh, okay.
It's the stage 2 of the border starter.
It's between Sweet Sad Boy and Sniper.
Yes, James Bond.
This Amazing Devil's not on Spotify, but the Amazing Devil album is not on Spotify. The emo newt before they turned into James Bond. Pond.
Yep.
Fuck me.
James Pond.
I'm stuck with you people.
Yep, sure are.
I will just say, multiple people this week have sent me messages complimenting my playlists. I very much appreciate it. Kay went back to one of my character playlists and it thoroughly punched him in the gut. So context makes everything worse. Was Lee's, to my understanding, correct? I looked at the same at Mara's because In fact, guys, because I made these people, the more you know about them, the more their playlists will make sense. And therefore hurt. Think about this shit. Speaking of, I'm putting my thank you close. I was gonna say, did we have D&D since the last time we did this? And I'm like, oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
we did.
We sure did, friend. Actually, yep.
We sure did.
Yep.
I forgot that I'd done that. That feels like 1,000 years ago to me already.
I mean, kind of the same, to be honest, actually.
Something bad happened in Oka this week. It's finally load. I'm just quickly doing something before I start writing.
Excuse me.
It's always good when I look over to chat, I see a big block of text that just ends with "fuck you, girls."
Yeah.
Also good too.
That's the boost you need.
Always good as a DM. Your priorities change in that you really want people to tell you to fuck off. Resentment of your players is something that you crave secretly. My god, did I do a good job this week? Potentially too good a job.
Whoops.
First time I finished a session and been like, I think they don't like me anymore. I think I have created hostility.
I am uncomfortable with the atmosphere we've created in the studio tonight.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? I love a good changeling reveal, apparently.
Apparently. Phil's literally be here like another one.
I didn't mean for them to happen, either of them to happen this soon. I was prepared to hold on to both of them for a very long time. And they both ended up happening within a month of each other.
And it was both Kay's fault.
It was! It was Kay's. It's always Kay's fault. Technically, it was Fenner's fault, but it was Kay's fault.
At least you were generous enough to actually spell it out, because we were all just like...
Yeah, what do you not see?
We were all just blanking. Just like, what?
It's 31. That's the thing. If it had been like a mid-range check, I might have had to check from Stangy. If it had been like a mid-range check, I might have just like let it by unnoticed. But a 31 inside check to someone who is her childhood, like the person she is closest to in all the world, like. No way.
Yeah, you have to give that.
Have to respect that, you know. You guys get a win on this one?
Not the word we would use.
No, I didn't think it would be. It's a win that you know. It was constantly in the back of my mind going, I was bracing for, obviously I won't say how long this has been the situation, but ever since you've had your Zentralis stance, I've been like,
yeah,
I'm gonna say,
yeah, that was,
she uses it.
That was primarily on my mind afterwards. Of like, you know, when something happens in D&D, you naturally beat yourself up of like, oh, I could have done it, or I could have done it. So of course I was naturally sitting there, just like, I could have used that ability at any time. And I literally had to like console myself to be like, no, I had no reason to.
You had no way.
I had no reason
to
to just randomly use it. So why would I? That would have been too meta. I have no reason.
You might after this use it periodically and randomly.
It's a new ability that she's got, you know. So
yeah. Was the end of the sentence that Fenner never got to? No, I don't think that's Cordelia. But I think Tala would know for sure. Al didn't wait for the end of that sentence.
Thanks, Kay!
Kay was like, no, I'm gonna shoot her.
Never give Kay access to Magic Missile ever, because he's done this on literally about 3 different characters. Like, but what if I just had Magic Missile and just shot them?
I mean, he started this character with What If Gun, so... And the thing is, even if I hadn't given it to him, he would have made one. He's an artificer, the bane of my life.
But as I sort of said to you, Das, eventually you just kind of have to learn to cut yourself some slack, basically.
Yeah.
And just do a Liam and look at the camera and go, it's a game.
This is a game!
It's a game. Calm down, it's a game.
He doesn't have Omrunara yet. Find a way.
He'll find a way.
Find a way. He just will. Magic Initiate. Kay's like, I'm gonna multi-class into Wizard just to get Magic Missile. I'd be like, yeah, that seems right. I do have it on Kidra, actually. Forgetting that. I think it's because with Kid I've only got like 2 spell slots. And I usually both. Usually used both. Like, because by the time I've done Magic Armor, Mage Armor, I think I got 1.
Yeah.
Probably just Divination Wizard so I could never hit him. It's the life. I got a 6 and a natural 1 sitting there when we're not going to play Oracle for a long while, but when we do, I got a 6 and a natural 1 just sitting there. I love Divination Wizards. I know I've said this before. I've got 2 of them in my roster right now. I fucking love Divination Wizards. I just love Divination, to be honest. A good seer character. Okay, we go Abjuration for the Barrier and Shield. Just know, Kay would play any type of wizard because he loves wizards.
Yes.
He would play whatever type comboed with Runara's existing class in a way that is the most irritating.
Probably War Mage.
Yep, something like that. You'd find some combination of shit and you'd be like, oh. For being quiet, that's fine.
You don't have to apologize
Also,
for being quiet.
that's what the blue energy level me and Blue are on.
We're both, like, zombified, so...
Fully brain dead.
One of the reference images for Drazile is so hilarious because it's like the opposite pose of this one where I've drawn him like splayed out on his front. Aw, Exy! Thanks for subbing! That was very kind of you, bud. Mwah. And that means you get to a woo! Yes!
Yes, the awoos.
You guts to get the awoos. What was I saying? It threw me off because I was just like, one of the reference pictures for Drazile is just him like plastered on his back, like staring at the sky. It's such a mood.
There it is.
Thank you, friend.
Yes.
I hope you are doing well.
It is. Why is moderator view like this?
Mm.
I gotta pop out the chat to use an emote.
What? Bizarre.
Just because of where everything's laid out for me. Basically, when I open the emote window, like, sorry, my camera's a little weird. When I open the emote window, it gets half off on the side. What's happening to this camera? I can't select the awoos.
Awoo! Bit long in the body, buddy.
Long.
Long.
Oh, Das, are you doing Main Story right now? A very heavy moment when it comes to Shadowbringers is not narrowing it down a huge way. Ooh, have fun with that, buddy.
Shadowbringers really do be like, and the years start coming, and they don't start coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
They don't call it Feelsbringers for no reason, is what I will tell you. It's... Ooh! Lots of crying happens in Shadowbringers. Lots of crying. It's very good. I can't emphasize it's very good and enjoyable, but you do cry. Stas. Get it. You'll get it. Bundas and put my Discord on Do Not Disturb. Fuck that.
I'm sad. Can I help? No, then suffer.
Context?
I can't remember where that was originally from now. I've heard it from somewhere. It is a quote from something.
Yeah, I know it's a quote from something. Why did you say it?
Because you were like, I'm on Do Not Disturb. It just felt like you were just like, oh, Dash, you're getting through a rough time. Shame.
Pity. So otherwise, I'm just gonna obsessively watch what Das is doing instead of doing my own text. Das did a very good point in the story. Very, very good. Okay, time to get back into the narrative style of this shit.
people will remember this.
Yo, I need to make that as a meme. I'm gonna see if I can. Fucking terribly made, but...
Oh my god, let me see. You better put that on your Final Fantasy Twitter.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, hello. Here she is, everybody. Here she is.
Is it a gremlin?
The gremlin has appeared, and she's looking extra gremlin-y because of her eardrops, which make her fur go all spiky.
Yeah.
How you doing, baby? Where'd you want to go? Back on the other chair? Go on in. Good baby. Very screamy child.
You're being spammed post-stream. You can spam me now, I just won't look at it. Realized I need to pull up the fucking cutscene again.
Hey.
I wasn't prepared to write this part, but it's happening. Definitely needs sadder music. Every so often, I open YouTube and discover that Atlas ASMR has once again done something ridiculous. The fuck is that? Atlas ASMR, I think I've said this before. I think you know this about me, Blue, but I only watch ASMR that is ridiculously high production value.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to the point of absurdity. Atlas is like the king of that. He's basically made like fucking cinematic movies. Like he's insane. He's very good at visual effects, and uses that incredible skill set to make ASMR videos on YouTube for some fucking reason. And they're usually like narrative. They're not like, you know, we're just out there tapping on things. There's usually like a plot or a character. His most famous one is Man on Train 1890. Yes, I remembered it exactly. Which is exactly that. It's a guy in 1890, he's on the train with you, and you discover within the first 5 minutes that he has been shot.
Oh. Right.
It's very good. He has a very specific sense of humor. Great. He did one as Zagreus from Hades. It's great. But like, his take on it. His last one that he did was called Color Your World, which was a practical effects video where everything was black and white and became color, but it was practical effects, it wasn't digital effects.
What?
And it's insane. It's ridiculous. His most recent one, apparently, uploaded half an hour ago. It's called Switch Off, and the thumbnail for it looks fucking ridiculous. So
Yeah, so we know what you're falling
Something
asleep to
new.
tonight then.
yeah, exactly. If anyone's curious, I will indulge you all. Enjoy that. Man on Train's a good intro, as is Upgrade Shop's pretty good. Upgrade Shop is pretty good because it's all nerd references. There's one that he did, which is entirely a full-length What We Do in the Shadows spoof.
Okay.
The Death of Mozart's very good. Trust me on this. Okay, right, I'm here for... I had to look this quest up so many times I remember the name of it. Then it began. What's that? You can hear my roommate.
Nope.
In a very loud music kind of mood today. Fuck, I accidentally skipped a thing. Shit! Oh, I gotta backpedal. Now you got something after you've written it that you know how you can lead into. The problem is I've established this with alternating narrative patterns, so if I'm going to insert one section, I have to actually insert two sections, which is a problem because of the narrative pacing I've set up. But I think I found a workaround. It mostly just involves making one section a lot longer.
That'll do. Okay, now the question is, what are we drawing after Pokemon?
It's your main event.
That is the question.
Bye, Sadie.
That's all we get, apparently.
Gremlin.
Bye-bye.
Every so often I forget that the Hades soundtrack slaps. And I am reminded. Oh no, I remember when I reread this, I found something that was wrong, but now I don't remember what it was. I found it and was like, I'll fix that the next time I'm on art stream and I'm working on this. Shit. What section was it in?
Yeah,
even?
should have at least highlighted it.
It's relatively late at night, I feel. Oh, I feel like it's here. Yes, there it is. Solved. You don't know what to draw. Your first instinct is like, just get Snoot.
It is.
If I get Snoot, I can go anywhere with it.
It is the foundation of all my artwork.
Snoot or wings. I appreciate how many of you in chat were like, set a Fignia fluff. I appreciate you.
You and me both, buddy.
Eyes are wide open. I've written Exo Fignia fluff. Unfortunately, it has progressed, but that's where it started. But we did get fluff, just not that kind. Yeah. Oh, is this what I think it is? These shapes what I think they are?
I think you might be a little bit behind what I'm seeing in that case.
Potentially. I'm seeing a lot of sketch lines at the moment.
I mean, it is mostly sketch lines at the moment, yes.
I think I've registered. Is going on here.
And once again, I've started with a landscape canvas when really it should be portrait.
It's a solvable problem.
Flip. Thank you. Do that. Select all of this. Much better.
Squad, you know it. Squat, slap, wolf.
That's just the Undathian wolf.
You've done it. You've distilled Ondathian wolves down to their core components.
mutants, which is, you know, if you have a strain from a were-tiger, then you're going to have were-tiger traits. You know, you're not going to get different. You know, it's a heritage, it's a bloodline. So when I made Tala, I was like, oh well, her fur is white because Jonah's fur was white. She has long ears because Jonah had long ears. So all of these traits I listed off as like stuff she'd gotten from him. That isn't necessarily you know, stuff that she'd gotten from him that isn't necessarily specifically Bloodhunter stuff. Like obviously there's the general assumption of like, oh, Tala's human but she has pointed ears because she's a werewolf, and it's actually no, Tala is a human and she has pointed ears because she has Jonah's strain, and Jonah was not human. I don't know if that was ever stated, but he wasn't a human. Obviously he was a werewolf, but he also wasn't a human, he was a different race. Yeah. Hence why, that's why that all came down to when the campaign started. I was like, Tala is a human who does not look human because she doesn't have human ears, and she technically doesn't have human eyes, because humans do not have silver eyes. And she also, as I'm sure was very apparent, wasn't born with white hair either. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna beat around the bush about it. Taliesin was on Tala's inspiration square years ago, when they did that, you know, 3x3 square of like, what's inspired your OC. Taliesin, you know, Percy was on there from the start. I'm not gonna be ashamed about it. I mean, Geralt wasn't on the square because I don't watch or read The Witcher or play The Witcher, so that's all just I don't say coincidence. That's media having the same trope. That's just tropes. I remember putting him on there because I don't know anything about The Witcher, so it's hard for me to be inspired by it. I don't remember because it was a long time ago. It might be just because of the looks of things, because his looks probably inspired it a little bit, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know anything about The Witcher, so... I'd say that this is the one thing that's on the flip side, is that Tala has pronounced upper canines, but Donal has pronounced lower canines. But that's probably his thing, because, you know, half orc. So, but that's my personal interpretation. I'm not surprised. Even if I'm sat here like, you could have done anything else for the last 20 minutes, dude.
Return.
She pray returns.
I had some toast.
Hey.
A little bit of a book. I feel better.
Good.
Apparently I left my music going. There's been much discussion of teeths.
Teeth. Apparently my chat has a type. fish. That's fine.
Good, but
Yeah. Yep, it's just my arm making that sound again.
oh, ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. So I'll
Do
be
it.
right back, and you guys can enjoy this sketch. This. Right. Back in a bit, gang.
Yes, I realised that after I said that. It's fine. I was just pep talking myself. You were gonna wait till tomorrow for the next quest? Oh, no, you're not going to. Going to. I'm just telling you that. I know where you were at. And you should do that. Back.
Hi, I'm back. I guess if we're being sensible, we probably shouldn't run too much longer, since we were both tired today.
Yeah. Be a shorter one today. Excuse me. Goodness. I found a way to put Achilles in this.
Hey, get them boys in.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I need 2 chocobos. Who would have the what would the other chocobo be? Probably Achilles, right?
Does Exa do what actual dragoons do? As in
I don't know.
As in IRL, real life dragoons.
I don't know.
This was Nemo that informed me of this. Our actual IRL real life dragoons specialised in leaping from the backs of their mounts.
Yes. Vaguely knew that. Somewhere in my memory knew that.
Yes.
Does it happen in this? It hasn't happened yet. She has thought about doing it once in this. But she decided against it because Imperial's got guns, yo.
Yeah.
It might happen. It definitely could. I could see it happening going forward.
Oh, I'm sure she does it quite frequently normally.
Yeah, I'm sure. I getting to use more of my own sneaky headcanons. This is a very aggro chocobo. He can stand a very, very small list of people. Which I think might actually be 3 people, and those 3 people... it was 4 people.
Oh dear.
It's Iphignia, obviously. Ixa. For now.
Aww.
Mostly because Iphignia is so protective of Alphino that I think Achilles has, like, learned. Not Alice, though, because their aggro energy just builds. 4th one was obviously... Which fun. I enjoy pain. This beat up old man that you're drawing right here.
He's so old and grizzled.
It's my old boy.
I'll accept any input that you have.
I mean, you're doing a stellar job, carry on. There's like, no amount of beat up is too much. Just go on, like, do what you want. Live your life.
a slightly crooked snout.
You given stream the context for what you're drawing?
No, technically I haven't, because everybody who's been watching technically knows the concept, so I've not said it out loud.
Good session.
It was.
No, not last week, week before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Things people like to do with Tala is apparently eat her and throw her into walls.
Like, sometimes you're playing with your PC's teachers, who have known them a very long time, and you know that that PC responds probably more to violence than anything else. You are playing a character who doesn't talk very well. So at a certain point you're like, I could try and continue to explain this, or I could just make this a fight. And the fight was much better than any conversation they could have had.
Yep, sure was.
Is a joke. He hits hard.
Yeah, no kidding.
To be fair, I did roll like nearly max damage on like 3 attacks or whatever it was.
Honestly, it was poetic.
It was great, yeah. You were like, oh, 50 health. I'm like, well, that's 43 damage, so this is where this fight's ending.
Yep.
Fucking thunder damage as well is so good, because it's like, literally, it's like, okay, it does 43 damage, there's an explosion of sound, like a shockwave, and you go and land into the wall. Mwah. Thanks, cinema. fuck? How the curse the names in this game? How the fuck do you spell this? How the... There it is. There's no I in that? Definitely saying that wrong then. Makoto names are a joke.
Oh yeah.
Not as bad as Rhodegan names. Still pretty bad.
X's name is very tame.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because it's a moon name, and 90% of the Makoto NPCs are sun.
So many sun, Makoto.
Which, from a lore perspective, makes sense, because technically, yes, moon Makoto are generally...
like to hide out, right?
They're generally quite secretive and also nocturnal. So, yes.
Nocturnal, that's why I figure an X account. Last one,
yeah, did you not know Moon Makoto in the Astrologian?
Totally didn't know that, no.
Did you not make that connection?
Oh. I did not know that about Moon Makoto until this exact moment.
Yeah. They're mostly nocturnal.
Love some celestial imagery, really, don't we?
A big fan of it, aren't we?
We can't restrain ourselves.
We both have aesthetics.
We've done it with 2 characters. In Flight of Princes, we've got moon, stars, and we have sun as well.
Yeah, we have the we got the triple in that one of sun, moon, and stars. That's why I said the group name should be something with the word astral in it, because astral encompasses all 3, and we're fighting the Gith, so it should be.
You're right.
It should be the party name.
Astral Whale. The Moonpig sequel, Astral Whale.
Hey, I was being somewhat serious. You saw some of the suggestions I came up with, which was basically astral and then the Latin name for whale, which was Cetus, which is also the name of a constellation.
Oh,
the whale constellation. So I was like, Astrocetus. There we go. Or Astrocetus.
Pretty legit, actually.
Yeah. Or I said you could remove the S purely so it runs off the tongue better of Astroceta. And that was my suggestion, but I was like, don't know how I'm canonically going to come up with that name. Kika don't speak Latin.
Why not? Why wouldn't Kika speak Latin?
Well... Only because
this is the great thing about Kika, is I can make that argument for everything.
It's true, but also Latin...
I'll be right every time.
Also, I would assume that Latin doesn't exist in Faerun, because let's be honest, it's probably just Draconic. Or, you know, Celestial or something. It's an ancient language.
Look, I'm just saying we should have Vox Machina syndrome. We have, like, Latin, and then the meme name.
Yeah.
I mean, we had that with the Defenders, right?
Yeah, Defenders of Faerun and the Moonpigs.
Faerun, the Moonpigs. Astroceta, Moon Whale. We can't be Moon Animal again.
No, as I said, moon is too singular.
So, Moonpig. Pigs.
Yeah.
Pure irony if we did, though.
It would be, yeah.
The original Moonpigs was because of the Moonbeam spell.
That would be ironic. I feel like for that reason alone, half of the group would reject the moon, but a bit of like, no, we're not doing that.
Recently, I have come to greatly dislike the Moonbeam
spell.
spell.
If Kika's like, oh, did you know that they call themselves the Moonpig because they could cast Moonbeam? It would suddenly be like...
There's a very non-zero chance that already knows that.
Yeah. Oh, we like this even less now. Yeah, I did look at it. I was like, ink contrast.
That boy.
Due to exposure to darkness, keepers of the moon Makote have larger, rounder irises. Due to the little light exposure, they're distinguishable from the diurnal cousins by generally darker fur, larger ears, rounder eyes, and more pronounced canines.
Hey, fuck off. Are they called Donal and...
You're right, girls.
Are they called Diano and Nocturnal Nakote, technically?
No, I think technically they're called Keeper of the Moon and Keeper of the Sun, but Diurnal is the correct description because the Sun ones...
Those are the two astrologian sects,
yeah.
if you didn't know.
Yeah, I did know. But they're accurate descriptors. One is active during the day and one is active during the night, so they're diurnal and nocturnal. Yeah.
Look at that boy.
And they also have longer and skinnier tails, but X's is quite fluffy.
There's a good low in the chat.
Oh, look at him! So good. That boy.
That border must be driving you insane.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Boy. So, Das is sad now, because I encouraged him to go one quest more because I knew it was sad.
Well, that was just mean.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. I don't know if people are aware. Yeah, bud. Yeah. You absolutely are. Mwah. I'm the worst. I don't know why you all continue to put up with me. You know how much this quest would fuck with me? Yeah, bud. I've been waiting for you to get to it so that I could enjoy this, because I have had to fucking suffer with this knowledge for months. Nearly a year. Turned me into a different person, an eviler person. Knowing what happens in 14 and having to sit on it has made me crueler. I'm eviler.
Oh, so that explains Okat.
Yeah, it's my villain origin story.
What happened to your characters? Well, it all started when Endwalker got delayed.
Yeah, the worst weeks of Oakheart are gonna be from when I found out Endwalker was delayed until it comes out. The most brutal weeks of Oakheart. So I have to make lunch and go to bed now. Fuck you, girls. Good night, Dad.
Good night, bud.
That was genuinely very mean of me, actually. You'll be on my phone in a moment, but no talkie, Angie. Oops. We're here to lessen the impact. We're here to bring the chill vibes, to bring that down. Sense a health check incoming. There it is. See you, Frog.
Good night, Frog. Everybody's heading off, and we probably should too. Finish me tea. Okay. I think that's a good place to call it.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gonna head off a little early, but we're sleepy, so
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we've ended at 10:30 before.
it's true.
So
Quarter to 11, it's fine.
yeah, so it's not unusual for us. Okay,
It's
well,
not
we
unusual.
should have D&D tomorrow.
Crossed, we should do.
Fingers crossed, we should be streaming here at some point, hopefully. If not, then obviously D&D didn't happen. Keep an eye on Twitter. All the usual stuff. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.